Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel Beautiful Words. Today, we're exploring a powerful concept, work and worship, serving God at work. Let's dive in. Have you ever thought about how your job can be more than just a paycheck? What if your work could be an act of worship, a way to serve God every day? Well, it can be. Today we're going to discover how exactly that can be. The Bible gives us amazing insight into the value of work. In Colossians chapter 3, verses 23 to 24 it says, "Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart as working for the Lord, not for human masters, since you know that you will receive an inheritance from the Lord as a reward. It is the Lord Christ you are serving." And 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 31 reminds us, "So whether you eat or drink or whatever you do it all for the glory of God." Throughout the Bible, we see many examples of people serving God through their careers. Joseph used his administrative skills to save Egypt and his family from famine. Nehemiah, a cupbearer, rebuilt Jerusalem's walls. And Lydia, a businesswoman, supported Paul's ministry. Their work was their worship. So, how can you start serving God through your career? Here are a few practical steps. Always do your best, and be honest in all your dealings. Colossians chapter 3 verse 22 reminds us to work not only when being watched, but with sincerity of heart and reverence for the Lord. Treat your colleagues and clients with respect and compassion. Ephesians chapter 4 verse 32 encourages us to be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other, just as in Christ, God forgave you. Share your faith through your actions and words, but always with gentleness and respect. 1 Peter chapter 3 verse 15 tells us to always be prepared to give an answer for the hope that we have, but to do this with gentleness and respect. Of course, integrating faith and work isn't always easy. You might face ethical dilemmas or feel pressure to separate your faith from your job. But remember, with God's guidance, you can navigate these challenges. Start your day with prayer, asking for wisdom and strength to face the day's challenges. James chapter 1 verse 5 says, "If any of you lacks wisdom, you should ask God, who gives generously to all without finding fault, and it will be given to you." Set clear boundaries between work and personal time to avoid burnout. Even God rested on the seventh day, as noted in Genesis chapter 2 verse 2. Surround yourself with fellow believers who can provide encouragement and accountability. Hebrews chapter 10 verses 24 to 25 encourages us to spur one another on toward love and good deeds, not giving up meeting together. Serving God through your career brings fulfillment and peace. It positively impacts your relationships, productivity, and overall well-being. Take a moment to reflect on how you can serve God through your work. Share your stories, challenges, and successes in the comments below. Let's inspire each other. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring content. Remember, your work can be your worship. See you next time. Work and worship, serving God through your career.